there, Brian McAvoy with Inside Out Trading, and got another question from a reader. It was sent in, and it was they're saying, what can I do if I'm kind of hitting that point where I've been getting so beat up for so long, I'm almost like ready to give up on trading. What should I do? So that was the question. I want to take a look at that because this is a big deal. It's important because yeah, with trading, it's not something you jump into it and you get there fast and it's like, hey, 30 days and yeah, you're making 10 20 grand a month. It's like, no, it's the picture that everybody throws out there when they're selling the systems and the platforms and everything, but the reality is different. And so it's not uncommon to, yeah, you hit that point, it's almost despair where you're like, man, it just feels futile anymore. I've been at this for years and I'm still not profitable and I'm still not happy with my trading. I'm still losing sleep over it. It still interferes with my personal time with my wife or my kids, my grandkids. And I'm not happy. I ran a survey a while back. I was surveying my subscriber list. And I asked them, it's like, so before you got here, how long had you been trading? And the average answer was 4.6 years. And then one of the other questions was, how happy are you with your trading? And so it was a scale. Over 80% of them were still, even after all that time, over 4.6 years, even after all that time, over 80% of them were still not happy with their trades or with their trading, which is nuts. That's almost 5 years. That was the average. The other were in there for like 2 or 3 years. There were some that were 8, 10 years in there. And so it's a common thing. This was quite a few traders that I did the sampling over, and those were the results. 4.6 years and over 80% not happy. And that sucks. And yeah, you can get to where yeah, I've been at this for a long time and I've been trying really hard and I'm not stupid. I'm not a loser. So what the heck? I'm almost feeling like I should give up, but I don't want to. I want this to work. I want trading to work. I want to be a trader. I want that lifestyle. I want that freedom. I want to have a recession-proof business. I'm going to be able to travel and all that kind of stuff. And so I don't want to give up on it. So, but what do I do if I'm kind of hitting the feeling of futility and despair? Because they are really common. And so one of the best places to start, really, if you're needing to look to find that motivation, you want to kind of restore your faith in the possibility of, succeeding and becoming that independent retail trader. One of the best places to start is to really just kind of relax and travel back to when you first started trading. And why did you get into it in the first place? And what was it that had you all fired up about it? What initially stoked your passions about trading? And really just going to kind of immerse yourself in that. It's a really good starting point. Then the other times, because you probably hit some highs and lows, and maybe some other times at certain points you were just fed up and you're like, screw this, I'm done. But the thing is, you didn't give up. You didn't quit. So what was it that happened in those moments when, you were feeling pretty low and you turned it around before? How did you turn things around before? How did you pull yourself back up before? Those are things, and it's really good to look to memories, because memories come from your nervous system, from your body. And that's where all those memories and emotions are wired into you. And so when you can draw on that, what was my initial motivation? What were my dreams then? And you rekindle, you bring that back up. That can provide you some really good motivation. Now, again, you're sitting there thinking, I've been at this for so long, tried a bunch of different systems. I've tried the psychological hacks. I hired a mentor, taught me a system, and that didn't work. And I bought these books and I watched all these YouTube videos, and I've just tried everything I can think of. What the heck? What can I do? I've exhausted everything I can think of. Well, one thing you might do, and I strongly recommend this, consider the possibility that you're still missing something. You've exhausted what you've heard of when exploring solutions. And usually, when you go looking on the internet, the different forums, the different websites, different groups on Facebook or Discord and all that kind of stuff, a lot of times the solutions that you're going to find, the answers that people have, it's going to come back to the same thing. Focus on your discipline, focus on your psychology, get your mind right. Try this magic system over here that works for me. I've made $1 billion with it in the last, the 3 hours. You're going to find a lot of the common solutions that have been around forever. And there's still something that almost everybody misses, and it still blows me away that everybody seems to miss it. And that is that perhaps what you're missing and what you've been missing all along is some proper training for this that will not only give you the skills that you need that you're missing and you're not aware of, because there are certain skills that you're missing. And the training that almost all of us get when we first start trading, the training that we get is bad training. It really is. It is horrible because it's not good training. And so we want to starting off our career practicing bad trading all the time. That's what I did. My first year, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was kind of teaching myself. And the people that I was learning from, they weren't good. And so my whole first year trading with real money, trying to learn, trying to make money, try to deal with all the stuff, I didn't know what I was doing. And so every day I'm just practicing bad trading, chasing the markets, hesitating, deviating from my system, changing systems all the time. It's like every day I'm practicing all the wrong things. Well, the problem with that is a lot of things get wired into your head, and that's where the psychological damage comes from that most everybody's dealing with. The self-sabotage, the emotional responses, the stuff that we know better than and we're still doing it anyway, that kind of stuff. That comes from our early months and sometimes years of trading unprepared for this job. A lot of bad stuff gets wired into our head. And the way to resolve this is get proper training where you get skilled up, you get trained on the right things, you get trained so that your head gets rewired, your emotional responses get rewired, your mental patterns get rewired so that now you have the skills to take a strategy and you know how to take it to the market properly and with confidence. You also understand how to wire yourself for consistent execution. That's easy. That's not an uphill fight. It's not a battle every day with your emotions, but you get the right training so that you are properly prepared for this job. And what happens is in going through this training, you have a different experience, and that's what wires you differently. You're getting trained on how to do things the right way. Your confidence goes up, your abilities go up, your skill level goes on up to where now it's like trading requires a certain level of skill. It's a sophisticated job. It requires a certain range of skills. And so long as you're down here, it's going to be rough. It's always going to be rough. It's going to stay rough. If you stay down here for years, it's going to be rough for years. Only when your skills exceed the level required by the job are things going to become easy. And again, the right training is how you skill up. In the process of skilling up, you address the emotional issues, psychological damage. And that's what's really cool. So if you're feeling that you're ready to give up on trading, don't. If you're sincere that you really do want to make it work and you really would love to find the right help, swing by InsideOutTrading.com. Up at the top says there's a link that says book a call with Brian. Book a call with me. Let's talk about your situation, what you've been running into, what's holding you back specifically, and how to address the gaps so that you can finally turn a corner and have things start working out. And you'll start seeing a difference immediately, even just from that initial phone call or Zoom call. You're going to, all of a sudden, you're going to feel different just from that initial call because you're going to have some perspectives that you didn't have before on how to turn this around. And that's cool. So again, if you're feeling you're almost ready to give up and you really want to see you really see it work, you really don't want to quit trading for good, swing by InsideOutTrading.com, book a call with me. I hope that's been helpful. If it has, give me a like down below and subscribe to my channel. This is the kind of videos that I make is on how to become a successful trader, how to actually get there and become who you need to be. So if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends who trade. If you like your friends, you want to help them out, they'll like you even more if you help them out. So leave me a comment down below. If there's something you'd like to explore, you'd like for me to produce a video on, if you want to share what's been holding back your trading, whatever, something you've been running into, leave a comment down below. I do read the comments and I hope this has been helpful. And swing by InsideOutTrading.com, book a call. Let's get things turned around for you. I hope this has been helpful. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.